Senior Medicare Patrol is a federally funded program of the Administration for Community Living. In Louisiana, Mississippi, and Georgia, Senior Medicare Patrol is sponsored by EQ Health Solutions. Our mission is to empower and assist Medicare beneficiaries, their families, and caregivers to prevent, detect, and report healthcare fraud, errors, and abuse through outreach, counseling, and education. The mission of SMP is important, but we are a program with a small budget. We have no more than 4 paid staff in the states we service, so our program relies very heavily on volunteers to help us educate seniors statewide. Since June 2015, we have educated 350,000 people through outreach and education events and spoken to over 3,500 people one-on-one. Plus countless other beneficiaries were reached via media exposure statewide. With the help of volunteers across the states, SMP educates seniors and their caregivers by providing short 20-minute classes that teach them to protect themselves from Medicare fraud. We also attend health fairs and other community events where we distribute information about Medicare fraud. Since June 2015, EQ Health Solutions Senior Medicare Patrol had an average of 250 volunteers working statewide. These volunteers help by attending community outreach events and giving education sessions in their communities. There are over 800,000 beneficiaries in each state, so volunteers are critical to aid in our outreach efforts. These events are typically held at senior centers, churches, independent living facilities, and senior housing. Many of our volunteers are retired nurses or former educators, people who are familiar with reading their Medicare summary notices and the basics of Medicare. If someone is interested in volunteering for our program, they should contact SMP at 877-272-8720. All volunteers go through a thorough screening process and receive training. The federal government estimates it is losing anywhere from 60 to 100 billion every year to fraud, waste, and abuse. Medicare has mailed out the new Medicare cards this year. If you have not received your card, you should call 1-800-MEDICARE. SMP has been receiving reports about beneficiaries being targets of scams involving free durable medical equipment such as back braces, knee braces, and walkers. SMP reminds you that you should never give out your Medicare number over the phone. If you have received any durable equipment that you did not order or do not need, you should contact SMP.